Saraswataye Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmiye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Raviva Namaha. Om Shri Chandrajiva Namaha. Om Shri Mangala Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Bodhi Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Brihaspati Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Shukra Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Sani Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Rahu Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Ketu Jiva Namaha. O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye powers that be, of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Yukateshwarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Seliji Namaha. Om Shri Kriyanandaji Namaha. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all thy names and all thy forms, Ya Namaha. Be with us. May our time together be blessed. May our time together be harmonious. May our time together unfold in ever greater Ananda. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Upon the earth there was great darkness. The rivers ran with fire. The volcanoes erupted, filling the land with the hot lava. The sea swelled up, and the waves crashed upon the shore, destroying all that was in its wake. The humans turned against each other. They used all their time and talents to create weapons to destroy. They sent bombs and guns, and they destroyed and they destroyed and they destroyed all of the others. The waters became polluted. The beings of the water died. Mother Gaia herself ached and ached and ached. She sent forth the tremors, the quake of the earth in her aches. The fires spread across Mother Gaia, destroying so many of her beloved children. The fox died, the coyote died, the pines died, the ants died, the bees died, all the creatures of the earth died, and the people upon the earth cried and wept and cried and wept. But the evil just swelled up and became greater and greater and greater. And the chakras grew and grew and grew and grew until it felt as if it was going to overwhelm the earth and there would be no saving. Something happened. Looking down from above, the divine ones could see. Here, a spot of light in the darkness. There, a spot of light in the darkness. A spot of light here, a spot of light there. What then is this? What then is this? What is happening? Where is the light coming from? In every town, in every village, upon every mountaintop, near every river, there started to appear a light, a shining light. And if you looked closely, you could hear the sound. And you could feel the concentration, the one point of concentration coming from those beams. You looked, it was a human. And on the mountaintop it was a ram. And in the high forests of the Himalayan mountains, it was a tiger. And in the baobab tree, it was the monkey. And from the depths of the ocean, in the enormous sound of the whales, and through all the chaos and all the chakras and all the fire and all the destruction and all the cruelty and greed and meanness, the Om radiated forth. The light peeked forth and sent hope into the darkness. Until those fighting, what is this I hear? And for just a moment, put down the guns. Oh, what is this? The beauty of the flower. Look at the golden leaves on that tree, how they are covering the ground. It is blessing the ground with its leaves. And just for a nanosecond, everything became quiet. And the gates of time were open. And the people, and the tigers, and the lions, and the birds, and all of the creatures upon the earth, named and unnamed, they walked through time. Tired, weary, discouraged, wondering what was happening upon this earth. Why was it so hard? And then for a little moment they would hear, Om, Om. as they were falling asleep, as they were waking up, as they were waiting at the bus stop, as they were waiting for their meeting to start or meeting to end, or for the water to boil, or for the chai to cool down or heat up. They heard Om. And they were filled with hope. And as they walked, and as they walked, and as they walked, it came to the dark of the moon. And the people became aware, this is a special day. A special day. And around the earth, that day began to be honored. And more people said, I see there's a light. I see there's a light. I see there's a light. And in this part of the world, they celebrated. They celebrated the triumph of their king, who came back from exile. In this part of the world, they celebrated their enlightenment of their king. In this part of the world, they celebrated the freedom of their guru and all of the kings that he brought with him. But what do we celebrate? Today, all over the world, people are celebrating the festival of light, the time of the returning, the time of the reckoning, the awareness that there is light, that the good will triumph over the chaos, that the peace will triumph over the chaos, that just a little bit, a petite amount of peace makes all the difference in the world. A petite amount of light lights the entire room. Small amount of light radiates the entire room. That light within you radiates forth the entire room. And so while we see all these external celebrations, yes, wonderful celebrations, the celebration of that is held in India, really celebration held all over the world. Many cultures celebrate today. But what they are celebrating mystically is very important. What we celebrate in Kriya is to say, we have these 5 lower chakras. We have the Saturn chakra, the Jupiter chakra, the Mars chakra, the Venus chakra, the Mercury chakra, and then the sun and the moon on top. The lower chakras are very active with the emotionality of the mind, and the emotionality pours forth with jealousy, with greed, with anger, with fear, with sadness, with exuberance, with go, all that physical go, turning outward. And all that emotionality feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds. And the energy is angular. And while you may feel exuberantly happy for a moment, it is not the quiet, anandic bliss. The lower chakras must be brought into balance. This is what the 5 Pandavas symbolize, the brothers of Arjuna that we hear in the Bhagavad Gita. Your chakras are your children. Your chakras are your brothers, but really your children. Your children to be disciplined, to be trained, to be taught, to mature, to be able to live in this beautiful earth plane as grown adults, to be lived in harmony, to know, to understand, what do I do? when the thunderstorm comes? What do I do when the volcano is getting ready to erupt? What is to be done? Now, my beloved, maybe I'm talking about the volcano externally, and for some this is relevant today, but maybe I'm saying your volcano, the volcano of your emotions, the volcano of your emotional mind getting ready to erupt. What is to be done? How do you tell? Yeah, that little bit of irritation in the stomach, little irritation on the skin that comes there, little irritations, a lot of irritation on the mind. Oh. There might be an eruption. What is to be done? Well, take a cool shower. So Pranananda would say the first thing, take a cold shower, take a cold shower. Yeah, what does that mean? Cool down the emotion of the mind. What are you doing that is causing your mind to become emotional? What are you doing? How are you harming yourself? What are you doing that is harmful to your enlightenment, to your being light-filled, to your being happy? What are you doing to prevent that, to stop that? Well, for some of you, I'll give you the answer. You don't think you deserve it. Foolish, foolish thought. But I will say to you always, in the words of Sri Shelley Ji, doesn't matter. It does not matter if you deserve it or not, or you think you deserve it or not. The thought rises in your mind, well, I don't deserve to be happy. Okay. Just be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy. I'm telling you, today, right now, at this moment, be thou happy. It's all right to be happy. You are entitled to be happy. You are welcome to be happy. Happiness is waiting for you. Anandic bliss is waiting for you. You have the right to become joy-filled. Be joy-filled. Now, I know that's hard. The first time I heard it, my mind screamed out loud, very loudly, well, that's a fine thing for you to say. I can't be happy because, and then there were 12 things. And then the second time I heard it, I thought, that's a fine thing for you to say. And then the third time I thought, that's a fine thing for you to say. And then the fourth time I thought, he keeps saying I should be happy. Maybe it's okay to be happy. Maybe it's okay to be happy. Now, I don't know about you, but I had an experience when I was a young woman, a girl. My mother, whom I deep respect for, wonderful, wonderful. I was very blessed to be adopted by my mother. But she said to me one day, honey, you should not be so happy. You need to stop being so happy. You're going to be greatly disappointed. Part of my consciousness thought, oh man, this is not good. I was really young, and I thought, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. And then part of me thought, what if she's right? What if she's right? And so it became an internal struggle. But when your mother, when your lunar symbol, when one of your authority figures says to you, you're going to be very disappointed if you keep trying to be happy. It sits in your mind. So I would say to you, has anybody said that to you? Maybe not in those words, but, you don't say this out loud because it's going to be bad luck. You don't do this because it'll be bad luck. We must wash these thoughts out of our mind. It was only when I sat at the feet of my Guru, first time in my life anybody had ever said to me, as I am saying to you at this moment, first time anybody has ever said to me, be happy. Just be happy. Become content. And after the first 4 or 5 internal screams, I started thinking, hey, he's still saying the same thing over and over and over again. He's saying, be happy. Every week I come here, every week he says, be happy. One way or another, he says, be happy. I wonder what would happen if I tried that. Is my world going to collapse? What would happen? If I think enough of these teachings, that I'm coming and spending my life energy listening and studying, maybe I should try what he's saying. I don't know, maybe it took me maybe 10 or 12 years. And I wasn't sitting at the back of the room, I was sitting right in front. And I was happy. That does not mean, my beloved, that there were not challenges that came up in my life. It does not mean that there were not difficulties that I had to face, that my family was immune from difficulties, that my life was immune from that. No. But it meant that I knew that there was a way to return to that feeling state of light, as there is for you. In the midst of the chaos, the darkness, the sadness, the challenges, the discouragement, turn inward and ascend upward. This is what the festival of Diwali is about. This is what the festival of Diwali is about. The festival of lights is to remember, to honor, to be joyful, and to say, yes, there is light. There is light in the midst of the war. In America, this weekend, there was a day that's set aside to respect and honor those souls who have gone to war and who have fought. And there are many people that I know, many people in my family, my father, my grandfathers, cousins, friends, fellow Swamis who have had this life experience. In this incarnation, I have not, and I am blessed for that. But it struck me. I saw a photo the other night of a Swami whom I respect very, very, very deeply. Now, this soul's a Swami. I saw a photo of him dressed in his uniforms, walking as he was in a place of conflict. I saw a photo of my neighbor, who was the father of 2 beautiful, beautiful children, the kindest man that you would want to meet, helpful, always willing to help, very, very kind to my family, to my father. And I saw a photo of him with other men in his troop, carrying guns, because that was his dharma at that time. It was his karma at this time. And yet I look out and see him carrying his daughter, and see her laughing and crying, laughing and playing, not crying, but laughing and giggling. We walk through the gates of time, and in these gates of time, there is sometimes difficult karma. There's the karma when you might have lost your loved one recently. They're no longer upon the earth, and you have to adjust to their being gone. The karma when your beloved child goes off to college or goes away to school, or gets married and leaves. And they're no longer dependent upon you. They no longer look at you as if the sun rises and sets when you come in the room. In this life, we don't have children. My husband and I don't have children. But we have nieces and nephew. And there's a moment in time, just a moment in time, very short, when they see you and they come running and they look at you as if you are the most wonderful person in the world. They are so happy to see you. And, you know, big hugs and hello, and just so happy to see you. And then you walk through time, and then they're glad to see you. They give you a hug. They're still happy to see you. But that open joy that is there when they're little is not the same. Sup upon that while it's there, and be willing to sup upon what is there in every single time. In the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the change, in the midst of discouragement, do not be discouraged. Lift up and say, I can do this. I can do this. Now there's some very specific things that you can do, that one can do, to move to greater light within oneself. I'm not going to say they're easy, but they're very specific. The first one is, as you have your awareness, part of your awareness above your mind, always small petite amount of your awareness, so that you're aware of what you're thinking, what you're speaking. The first thing you do is you stop mentally criticizing others. You don't criticize how her hair is. You don't criticize his pants falling down or how big his pants are. You don't criticize how they drive. You don't criticize what they think or what they're saying. You replace that. You offer them a blessing. May you be mentally happy. May you be physically happy. May you be safe. May you have ease of well-being. Or may all be well with you. Or simple Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Every time the thought of criticism comes to your mind. Now, the next thing is you don't verbally, keep the mouth, the silence in the mouth. Do not verbally criticize others. Now, you heard the order that I put that in, and you might say, well, which comes first? Well, mystically, the thoughts come first. You have to think the thought before it comes out of the mouth. So say you thought the thought, and gets past you, the thought is there. Comes to the mouth, pretty darn quickly. Zip it, zip it, zip it. Catch it. Neti, 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 neti. A beloved student wrote to me the other day, what do I do when neti, neti, neti doesn't work? Oh, it works. It's all right. You are right on the precipice of wonder unfolding. When you're doing a practice and you think it stops working, oh, you know it's working. Because the mind says, I'm tired of this. This isn't effective. I don't want to do this anymore. Give me something more exciting. Let me have something more exciting than this. I'll be glad if it's more exciting. Yeah, well, okay. Just neti, neti, neti. Mind, just neti, neti, neti. And the mind, in a moment, will say, he must be serious. She must be serious. She's not going to do anything else to entertain me. And it quiets down. It quiets down. It quiets down. Right? So the first thing is, as best as you are able, stop this critical thoughts of others. Stop the critical speech of others. And then. And there's an order to this, and there's a reason for the order. then you stop the critical thoughts and you stop the critical speaking about yourself. Some of you will say, oh, I don't really criticize others. And then you go on to berate yourself unbelievably. You know, it is just, if I could give you a nanosecond in my seat, hearing some of you berate yourself, it gets very, sometimes it gets discouraging because you're so lovely. You're such good souls. And to see the blindness that you have sometimes, it's as if you've got some of you, all of us in time, living in time, experience these moments of a blindness, a veil over the eyes, where all we can see is mud and muck and mire. And we talk about ourselves, we think about ourselves in the most revolting ways. We talk and think about ourselves in ways that we would never think about saying about somebody else, and probably never think about thinking about somebody else, but we do it about ourselves. Work diligently on letting that go, and be happy. Be happy, be happy, be happy. Let go that self-criticism. So the next time it rises in your mind, the next time you say, oh, I'm this, or oh, I'm that, or oh, I'm so this, or oh, I'm so that, or oh, I'm so disgusted with this, or that, or the other thing, about yourself, what would you say to someone you really loved who was doing that? What would you say to a child you really loved that was doing that? Ah, honey, no, 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 no. Think of something joyful. A bird, a flower, a tree, a piece of music, a mantra, a song, anything to help yourself. These are steps on the way to happiness. Now, with the letting go of the criticism of others, it means you have to stop gossiping. Useless, critical conversation about others. If you're talking about others, be certain that there's a benefit in your conversation. Avoid mean conversation. Avoid cruel conversation. Now, I know that for most of you this isn't a problem. But every once in a while you will find yourself in a circumstance where this may occur. And so just remember, if I want to be happy, I don't want to practice this. They're very simple things. Do not let go. Let go of the criticism of others, mentally, verbally, I suppose even physically, you know. Stop trying to rearrange others' furniture, if you will. Forgive me, a memory came to my mind. Accept the other. When I say stop criticizing, I also mean accept them. If somebody says to you, I'm not feeling well. Well, what do you mean you're not feeling well? Well, what has caused you to not feel well? No, 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 no. I'm sorry, is there anything I can do to help you? What quiet help do you need to lay down? Would it be better if we left? Would you like to talk? Would you like to sit quietly? Stop trying to fix it for them. Don't try to fix it by rearranging the furniture of their life. What we mentally think, what we mentally attune to radiates to others, just as the words do, just as strongly as the words do. So bring your mind back to a state of equanimity, to a state of peacefulness. And then step 2 is to cease criticizing yourself. We need to do tarka. Tarka is deep reflection, reflection upon your life, upon the thoughts that you're thinking, upon the new events that have happened in your life, upon the new people that are coming in, upon the new circumstances. Tarka is reflection. Tarka is not self-criticism. No, perform tarka, and you must perform it. One must perform it with an objective view, or it is no good. It's just filtered. It is stepping up and saying, you know, I've had that problem. That problem is repeating itself again. I wonder what I could do differently, where I'd have a different result than I have had. What could I do differently to modify the result? What could I do? What could I say? What could I think? What could I think? What could I say? What could I do that would modify this condition in my life? Not critical, you know. Well, I said I was going to do this and I didn't do it. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, I'm going to start again. Stand up again and again and again. And all will be well. And so on this day, when around the world people remember the light and remember the goodness of life, I'm saying to you, you are good. You can be happy in your life. The soldier who was walking in Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan, I don't remember which, has a son. Has a son that he loves, a wife that loves him, work that he is filled with joy. The man who was a soldier in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, in the Middle East, someplace, I do not know, several times, has 2 children that he loves and a wife that he loves and work that he loves. And he's a carpenter. As a hobby, he's a carpenter. His life is filled with goodness and joy. But in that period of time, it was very hard and very difficult for both of those souls. For all of us, there's times of illness, times of financial insecurity, times of insecurity in terms of our lives. But fill your life with joy, with the light. Even in those moments, all it takes is a little bit of interning. Just for a nanosecond, just take a breath and intern. And we will now turn and meditate. I want to close with this. I said to you that around the world people honor and celebrate the light. But among the Jain and the Jain tradition, on this day, they celebrate the enlightenment of Mahavira, of the founder of their tradition. The enlightenment. In the Sikh tradition, they celebrate the freedom, the moksha, the liberation, the enlightenment of their Guru. This is what we are really celebrating, is the move that all of us are walking towards, the move to enlightenment, the move to joy, the move to happiness, the move to seeing life with balanced, self-conscious awareness as it is, the beauty and joy of life. May you remember on this day that beauty. May you see, as we move into meditation, the joy that you are, the good that you are, the beauty that you are. May you remember the goodness of your life, the goodness that you have in your life, and may you be full. And at this moment, may you be happy. Sitting with your spine erect, placing your hand upon the thighs in the Om Mudra. Turn your head to the left and exhale twice. Bring your head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Using the sipping breath, pull the energy from the limbs to the trunk. Again, pull the energy from the trunk to the spinal column. And now from the base of the spine to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you. Sweep it around to the left. Encase your entire being in golden light. And do this 2 more times. Expand that golden light. And now ascend. Ascend upward. Above the room. Above the building. Above the continent. Ascend. Om. Reaching the high place. See a path in front of you, ascending up a mountain. Enter that path. Ascend into the forest. Ascend with ease. See the light dappling through the trees. Ascend. 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 The path opens to a meadow. Walk through the meadow. Ascend. Back to the high forest. sin. There is a clearing filled with light, a shrine in the clearing. Enter the shrine. The light radiates from the back of the shrine. Walk to the pool of light. Stepping into the pool, submerge yourself in the light. Feel all of the old draining away as you walk to the waterfall of light. Standing beneath that waterfall of light, feel it pouring down upon your crown center, filling every cell of your being with light. Filling your being with light. Letting go of all of the old karma. Fill your being with light. Feel all of the old wash away. Let go of the heavy karmas, the confusion, the chaos. Let go. Walk forth from the waterfall of light, refreshed anew. Walk to the pool of light. Breathe in the light. Feel yourself filled with colors, the colors you need the most. To heal, to strengthen, to vivify, the colors of joy and happiness. Feel yourself filled, the golden dewdrops of Ananda. 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 As you leave the shrine, return to the high place of meditation. Together, let us send forth our blessings. Focusing your attention at the sun center, let us use the Om Shanti mantra to send forth our blessings. To Mother Gaia, that she might be blessed, that we might be filled with the gratitude of our incarnation, that all that Mother Gaia needs be given unto her at this time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings who are living in fear, who are in the midst of conflict, who are food insecure, housing insecure, economically insecure, for all of those beings whose hearts are hardened, whose hearts are sore, may they be blessed. For all of those souls who are confined through the emotionality of their minds, may they find peace. For all of those whose lives are lonely, may they feel the blessing of life. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we that which is needed the most. We call upon ye to send forth thy blessings, to join with us in sending forth our blessings, in sending forth the light, that all of those in need have that which is needed. May every form of life be blessed with that which is needed. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 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 Om Tat Sat Om. Be thou blessed. Be thou blessed. Be thou triply blessed. Become an ever greater blessing unto all of those who enter your aura. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for the blessing of your presence, for the blessing of your meditative energies. It is a true blessing to share the Sunday Sanghas with you. Thank you. Shanti. Just be happy.